So one of the other things that I was going to bring up were just a couple areas of potential, or call it niches to watch for. And they're quite polar opposite on kind of the spectrum of real estate, but that's okay. One of them being the condo market, and obviously there has been an absolute ton of conversation surrounding this, and 2025 in particular has been a very rough patch for the condo market, especially as we kind of move into the city a little bit more. So high inventory, softer prices, weaker investor demand. We're still seeing inventory and supply come to the market, and of course, it's just simple supply and demand, right? With this. However, we talk about these pockets of potential value, right? And I do believe that there is, again, not trying to time it perfectly, but I do believe that there is a lot of future value in the condo market, particularly as we move outside of the GTA. So from our wealth management business, we deal with a ton of retirees. And so these are a lot of people that are selling their homes in the GTA and Durham region, and they are wanting out of the hustle and bustle, and they are wanting simplicity. They're wanting to travel 6 months out of the year. Um, or, or on the other side of kind of the other side of the downsizing picture for
Right.
those who are not retiring, but those who are looking to simplify their monthly payments, right? To improve their cash flow. And so we're starting to see, and again, I'm kind of speaking from a micro perspective in our own business with our clients. So many of these individuals are selling their properties and they are moving further east and they want a condo scenario. Now, it's not going to be for everyone, but
Hmm.
I think we're going to see more and more retirees want that simplicity. And the more people I talk to, and I talk to a lot of people who are moving into that retirement space, and they are wanting to do travel. They love Canada, but they want to experience things outside of here. Maybe avoid the winters. That's obviously been a theme for a long time. And with that, having that condo, it makes things a lot simpler. Plus, they have the ability to then, for many, cash out of large equity positions, which is going to further fuel their retirement, right? And so from a condo perspective, I think that there is a lot of value that's in there right now. I still think that we're probably going to see prices drop further. Where that lands, I don't know. And again, I will never try to time out the bottom of any market, but we can all agree that condos have dropped substantially from where they were. And so, is there value in there? I would say so. And then,
Right.
even from an investor perspective, the investors are starting to sniff around again. We're seeing that
Are
on the new
they?
build side. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because there's so many of these individuals who they've been sitting on the sidelines, they're watching, and then so many of these sellers, unfortunately, there's our sellers like anything who are going to stick to their price, and that is what it is. I don't
Hmm.
care if I'm on there for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but there are a lot of people that don't have that ability, or they're ready to move on to their next chapter or divest from the market, whatever the case may be. And so there's a lot of negotiation power right now when it comes to the condo. And so if you have clients that are kind of looking in that market or considering that market, it's something that I would definitely be watching closely. And I would say, especially from now into kind of that early to mid 2026.